Alright, I guess this is as good a place as any to start episode 3. I'm currently walking to a local Dunkin' Donuts to grab some coffee. Just kind of waking up and starting the day. I spent the morning doing some housekeeping. Cleaned up the camp that I had been staying at, stashed my stuff, found Wi-Fi, and then cleaned up my phone. I have very little space on this Samsung, whatever you call it, device. It's running Android, and very little space on it, about 4 gigabytes on the drive. Not a whole lot for video, not a lot of disk space for video. And I've been offloading videos to YouTube and Facebook for storage so that I can continue to record and edit the videos when I am able to. I should be getting a MacBook charger a little later today. A couple friends came through with some cash that I was going to need to make that happen. Big truck here. Probably not going to hear me very well. I'm going to wait for this truck to pass and then continue walking. Big truck, big truck, big truck. Budweiser, King of Beers. Brought to you by Jason's Homeless Show. Alright, and we're off. There's a shopping center not too far from here. It's got a Dunkin' Donuts, Acme, ShopRite, a couple different stores. We're actually going to be passing where we found the cat on episode 1. Maybe I'll stop by and see him. That'll be cool. So the plan for today is to get that MacBook charger ASAP. Do a little reconnaissance on a better camp location for this evening. Get the MacBook charged. Start editing together episode 2 to get that live and possibly relocate camp before dark. That may not all be possible, and that's fine. I can crash to the same camp again. The only thing is that it's kind of a little closer to people than I would like. I think if I hang out there much longer, eventually people are going to be on to me, and then who knows what could happen. The police will show up, some neighbor will confront me, asking me why I'm creeping out in the woods, and that would all make sense. I wouldn't like someone hanging out in the woods near my house, so I get that. And yeah, that's on the agenda today for episode 3. Stay tuned, it's going to be a good one. Alright, it looks like our friend the cat's still hanging out by the shed. I guess that's where he's been living these days. What's going on, buddy? We're going to have to come up with a name for you. I don't know how close he will let me get to him before he runs off. He doesn't seem to be too comfortable with me approaching him. But he's also not taking off running, so that's a good sign. Maybe we will get a chance to pet the cat someday. I do have a way with cats. They seem to really take to me. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time before, they're comfortable enough to let me touch them, but that seems to be the way it goes with pretty much every living thing, right? Man, woman, child, cat, dog. But since we got a skedaddle, let's see just how close we can get in this shot, and then we'll grab him some food on the way back because we're heading back this way. Hey, buddy. You have anything you'd like to say to your YouTube fans? Hey, little guy. Oh, there he goes. All right. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, buddy. You're safe. Alright, so that's about as close as we can get for right now, but we'll see if things change once I come back with a can of Friskies. Oh, he's coming back out. Oh, what's up, buddy? Come on. Come on, come say hi to Jason. What's the matter, buddy? You look clean for a stray cat. How do you do it? How do you keep so clean? You're cleaner than I am. Your whites are white, your darks are dark. I have a lot to learn from this cat. All right, we will catch up with the cat later after we grab some coffee and a can of cat food. All right, so continuing episode 3. Right now it's about 4 hours since I last checked in. Got the cat food, grabbed a beer for the road so I can hang out with the cat for a minute or two. Lots transpired in the past 3 to 4 hours. Made a couple new friends. Got some coffee. Stole some cigarettes out of an ashtray next to a gas station, half smoked. That's a good tip for all you newly homeless people out there addicted to nicotine. Outside of stores and stuff where they have ashtrays, that's a good place to grab some smokes because people are putting them out as they go into the store. Right now we're heading back to the church where the cat hangs out, and we're going to charge our phone there a little bit more and drink our beer with the cat and see where the day takes us from there. I got a potential place to stay up in Doylestown. Thank you very much to my new friend Stacy, who is working on making that happen. The plan still is to head back to camp and inventory my gear. Whether or not the place to stay works out, it's going to be worthwhile to inventory our gear, and it's also something that would be good to film for episode 3. So that's going to happen one way or the other. Crossing through some traffic here. Where I'm at right now is I think some sort of crossroads between towns. I think it's somewhere like where Ben Salem and the Chamonix meet. I don't know this area very well. Never spent any time here before this week. Very nice area though. Like it a lot. Where I'm at right now is probably about a quarter mile or so from where the cat lives. And I'll check back in with you when I get there. All right, so we're back at the cat shack with the cat and the cat food. The cat was alerted to our presence and heard me opening the food, so she or he is very excited to eat. And I saw some other little guys scattering around, so I think she may be mama with kittens. So we're gonna see if I can get this food down on the cinder block where I fed her before, and maybe we'll get a chance to hang out with her for a second. Let's see. You ready, kitty cat? Here we go. Coming in. Come on. All right. We're in the cinder block like last time. Right here. Come on, babe. There it is. There it is. All right. You gonna share with your little kittens? Good. Yeah, there you go. What are you waiting for? Go ahead. Need me to back up? All right, I'll back it up. Trying to see if she's in view there. Looks like she is. Can't really get a good shot of her. Oh, she grabbed a big piece. So on our way here, I had made a promise to some friends that I was going to go pool hopping in some guy's pool on Facebook. As I passed that house, it may actually be further down, I saw a police officer just parked on the side of the road. I hung out for a sec to see if it was possible that he was there for me. It didn't look like he was, so I'm not too worried about that. But I don't know if today is the perfect day to go pool hopping in Bensalem. But the day's still early. It's still young, so that's certainly still a possibility. I'm going to leave this can of cat food here for now, grab my beer, and head off into the woods where we filmed episode 1. Let's see, I also have some chewing tobacco somewhere. I'm going to take that with me. Bam. And let's head down to our little spot. I saw the craziest thing here the other day. It looked like a hunter's tree stand. Try to get a shot of that if I can. It's where this looks like a completely different place. Huh. All right. Let's try this again from this angle. I tried to find the tree stand on my way out of the woods before and couldn't find it, but maybe we'll get a better view from inside. Oh, there it is. Oh, and it is not a hunter's tree stand. It is some type of light pole. Yeah, I think you got a pretty good shot of it there. So that is not a hunter's tree stand. That is just a light fixture. And here we go. It doesn't look like where we went in yesterday. Yeah. Wow, that is bright. Whoa. That is deadly bright. So, that's where we're headed, down there to our little tree that looks fun to sit on. It would really suck if I had to end this journey with a broken ankle or something like that, but so far so good. Oh man, or poking myself right in the eyeball with one of these sharp sticks. That is a possibility. All right. Might just save somebody's life there. And yeah, here we go. We're gonna sit here on the tree. And we're back, folks. Back in the same spot that we filmed episode 1. There's a muddy little creek over there. And yeah, so for episode 3, just kind of wanted to talk about the plan so far. As we said earlier, the plan for today is to head back to camp, inventory our gear, and then see where the night takes us. My buddy Chad is still on his way back to help me grab that MacBook charger. That's going to be life-changing for me. I've always been a computer guy, so to be without a computer makes me feel naked and afraid. But yeah, that problem's going to be solved real soon. From there, I'm going to be able to edit the video for episode 2. I took about 4 different videos for episode 2. I need to merge those guys together and upload those to YouTube as one. So once I have my MacBook charged, I'll be able to transfer the videos from YouTube back down to the computer, merge them together, upload them back to YouTube as one singular episode. I'm trying to look into the camera. And then we'll go from there. We'll continue filming episode 3 for today. Right now it's about 5 p.m. We don't have much light left, so we got to wrap up filming before nightfall. As I mentioned earlier, a friend of mine is working on a place for me to stay for tonight or the foreseeable future. It's not that I don't have several friends that have offered me a place to stay for the night. They certainly have. But part of this journey, I think I want to meet new people, inspire new people. And as I said, I've chosen to be homeless. It's not that I couldn't find a place to stay. I thought that being homeless was going to be an experience that I would benefit from in a lot of ways. So I'm certainly not going to turn down the opportunity to take a shower or sleep in a real bed for a night here and there. I'm certainly going to welcome that opportunity every time that it comes. But I do want to be true to the mission, whatever the mission is. I don't think we really have a mission defined yet, but that's okay too. So I'm going to hang out here for a minute, gather my thoughts, because I feel like I'm starting to ramble and I don't have a whole lot to say right now. Maybe that'll change after I drink this beer brought to us by, I think it's Natty Daddy. Surprisingly drinkable for an 8% alcohol $2 beer. I had one of these the other day. It was not bad. So yeah, highly recommend it. Natty Daddy if you're a beer drinker. Cheers. I'm gonna hang out here for 10 minutes or so, check back in on the cat, check back in on my social media fans, and then do some reconnaissance, see if that cop's still there, and if he's not, go jump in that dude's pool. Alright, so we finished our beer, the cat has finished its cat food, and we're about to make our route for wherever we're headed. We're heading back to camp to inventory our gear. My friend Chad's about to pick me up to take me shopping for my MacBook charger. Just want to say goodbye to the cat in case I never see her again, because I may be Doylestown bound. But I have a feeling I'm going to stop in to check on this young lady from time to time. Until then, I don't want to be a litter bug, so I'm going to grab our trash, my beer can and cat food can, and hit the road. I'm hoping that the police officer who was on the road earlier is going to be gone, and I'll get the opportunity to make good on that promise to go pool hopping, because that would be fun. It's also been kind of hot, unusually hot, I guess, for late September in Pennsylvania. Got some trash cans and recycling cans here next to the church. I don't want to be a litter bug, so I'm going to throw my stuff in the appropriate can. And I am chewing tobacco right now, so if you see me spitting, that's the reason why. Right up here on the right, we'll see if that cop's still around. He had been parked kind of on the shoulder of the road. And I'm not a very paranoid guy, but when you see a cop hanging out on the shoulder of the road, and you're a homeless guy who's been wandering around a location where there aren't too many homeless people wandering around, can't help but wonder if that guy's waiting for you. Looks like we got some traffic here coming up. Other side looks clear. Now we cross. Part of me is wondering if the dude's pool was that way. I was looking and I didn't see it, so I don't think that it was, but maybe it was. And if it was, I'm not gonna turn back around to just jump in some dude's pool to be a social media idiot. But if he's up this way, and I think he was, I am gonna jump in his pool. I took off the underwear that I was wearing and the socks that I was wearing, so I'm in just these shorts and my sneakers. So if it comes down to it, and we're able to, I'm just going to ditch the sneakers, throw my bag off, jump in the pool real quick, and go on my merry way. I'm cognizant of the fact that jumping in someone else's pool is trespassing, at the least. And I've always wondered why those guys who commit crimes on video and then post them to social media do something so stupid, because obviously if you're committing a crime and then you post it to your Facebook account, you're going to get caught real quick. And you deserve whatever punishment you get. And pool hopping, I know, is not a victimless crime. But whatever the consequences are, I'm willing to live with them. Alright, left arm's getting tired. We'll switch off to right arm. I guess I'll keep filming because I could always edit this out later if I don't end up at the pool and this ends up just being a sucky stretch of video. I don't have a whole lot of video filming or editing experience or YouTubing experience, so as I mentioned in episode 1, I'll get better at it as I go. I have, for a long time, considered starting a YouTube channel on different subjects. As I mentioned, I am a fan of a lot of travel style YouTube channels like Nomadic Fanatic and other channels like that are escaping me right now, the names of them. I thought about starting a YouTube channel on web development, teaching people programming and stuff, but that market seems a little bit saturated. I thought about maybe starting a YouTube channel on all the kind of soft skills related to web development that they don't teach you in those programming videos, like interview skills and business analyst skills and project management skills and all the different personality types that you run into in the web development industry. So the concept of filming for YouTube is not completely foreign to me. I'm trying to think, we may have missed the pool. But there's still a stretch of residential area that we're about to come up on. And if I fail to make good on my promise to pool hop in this guy's pool or some other pool, I will make good on it later. I don't want to let my fans down. So it looks like we have about another quarter mile or so before we can determine for certain whether or not the pool hopping option is still on the table. If it is, I will check back in with you at the pool, and if it's not, I will check back in with you at camp, where I will inventory our gear and wait for Chad. All right, welcome back to episode 3. I hate to say it, but I did not get the opportunity to go pool hopping. The property that I was planning on going pool hopping at was already past the direction that I was going in. It's where the police officer was, and I wasn't going to double back and fuck with fate, because it seemed like that cop may have been there for a reason, maybe to protect that property from pool hopping or whatever, but we'll have to do that another day. So for today, we're going to continue on with the plan of inventorying our gear. I'm going to show you where my current camp is at, because I'm leaving this camp today no matter what, because my buddy's coming to get me to buy a MacBook charger, and he's bringing a hockey bag. I'm going to throw all my shit in it, and we're never coming back here. So through this hole, we're going to find the area where my stuff is. And I just did this walkthrough, so full disclosure, I'm not on a mission to discover where my stuff is, because I know exactly where it is, because 3 minutes ago I just did a walkthrough of this area and found it. So as you pass the big tree, you find a little tree, and the little tree is where I've actually been sleeping. And here's a little tree. And that's where I've been crashed out for the past couple days. That tree right there is where you've seen me propped up on some of my pictures and stuff. And this is where I stashed my stuff earlier, underneath some tarp, which is right over here. I've been very lucky that the friends that have helped me out so far brought stuff that is not so easy to spot in the woods. My man Derek brought a moving blanket that's green, and underneath the moving blanket you'll find the gigantic purple bag that a very good friend of mine gave me with some stuff in it. So I'm going to grab not only the moving blanket and the tarp and my purple bag, but also, let's find it. Ugh. That box right there. Can you even see the box? No, I guess you can't. All right. So here's the box that my friend Derek brought with a bunch of survival stuff: paracord, food, warm clothing, a hat, sunblock, pretty much everything you would need to survive. He's a hunter, fisher kind of survival guy, so lucky to have friends like that in a survival situation. He didn't even tell me he was coming. He just showed up with everything that you would need to survive. So Derek Fredrickson, thank you very much, man. You may have quite literally saved my life. So the plan right now is to gather all the things that you just saw. I'm going to bring them out into a staging area, and there are people walking by right now, and we're going to inventory the stuff that I have before Chad gets here and we get the fuck out of here.
What's up?
And we're live. What's up? Facebook, YouTube. I'm here with some new friends we actually just met. I don't think we've even been properly introduced yet. My name's Jason.
I'm Eddie.
Eddie, what's up, Eddie?
My name's Ray.
Ray, what's up, Ray? All right, and I'm here just inventorying my stuff, as I mentioned earlier I was going to be doing. So here we've got a moving blanket that Derek brought, waterproof blanket that my Angel D brought, and tarp that my man Chad got me just the other day. And these two gentlemen were just happened to be walking by as I was inventorying my stuff and waiting for my ride to come through so I could grab that MacBook charger that I so desperately need. And it's like serendipity. So here we go. As far as foodstuffs, I've got you know, canned goods, chili, granola bars, jerky, peanuts, and stuff like that in the laptop bag. Of course, we've got the laptop. Bam, the new MacBook Pro, which only has USB-C ports, which fucking sucks because nothing else has USB-C ports, but we're gonna solve that problem later. We do have the adapter somewhere. That costs $70, and that's fucking useless unless you have the charging cord. And other little sorted stuff in my laptop bag here. Over here, we've got clothing and stuff that Derek brought through the other day to keep me alive because I was in shorts and a t-shirt and freezing to death in the rain. Thank you, Derek. Chad yesterday brought me this pair of black khaki pants so that I can get through the woods without getting all cut up and stuff, which is hard for me with my sensitive skin because I've never had a real job that requires anything other than sitting on a laptop. Can opener, got this at the dollar store the other day and it broke. Different version of the same thing. So that sucked. I was hungry and had canned food but couldn't open it, and now I can. So that's pretty awesome. Derek also brought me an extra pair of underwear, which is sweet, and got some dirty socks, a hat to keep my bald head warm in the cold weather. And some assorted tote bags and things like that. So we got snacks, we got the laptop, we got my new buddies over there, and over here we've got some Bibles and stuff that religious people gave me. More on them later. A box that Derek brought his stuff in, and a pillow. This fucking guy, can you believe it? He brought me a pillow. Derek, man, I cannot thank you enough. This has been amazing. And headphones, in case you want to call me on Skype, or we could do some Call of Duty or whatever on the laptop. Cordless mouse comes in handy. I'm not a big trackpad kind of guy, so love the cordless mice. Derek brought me a 6-pack of socks. That was pretty awesome of him. Scissors, in case I have to cut something. And the other thing that Chad brought me the other day is a knife, which I had lost the other day. There it is. Knife, in case I meet people who aren't as cool as these two guys and have to stab them in the fucking neck. You want to make sure that you have, a good knife. Right, guys?
Hell yeah. I can't disagree with that.
So that's the inventory of the gear. We're just hanging out with the homies, waiting for Chad to pick us up with the hockey bag to grab the MacBook charger. And it's so awesome that these guys stopped by. It was like serendipity, and I'm gonna thank them and be on my merry way. Say goodbye, guys.